Hi guys, I'm Bottle of GamingRev.com. I'm speaking to Tom Champion, one of the members of Eurogamers. Hi Tom, it's nice to meet you.
Yes, you too, mate.
Nice
Thank you
to
very
meet
much for coming along. Thanks for the interview.
Now Tom, how did you think of like Eurogamers like a while back and how it's grown so far over the years?
Yeah, it's actually been crazy. I mean, we started the Eurogamer Expo in 2008. It was a fairly kind of small show, a few thousand people in Brick Lane, and every year since then it's kind of grown to the point where this year we've had 50,000 visitors over 4 days, thousands of press, loads of industry attendees. Everyone's come down to the show and made it a really special event this year. Obviously we've moved up to Earl's Court and we're completely filling that space as well, which has been fantastic. So yeah, it's been great the way we've grown over the last kind of 4 or 5 years to this point now where it's such a huge event.
One thing I liked about Eurogamers is the fact that you have like the indie area and you also have the fair as well for people that want to get into gaming, like students that they can go along and talk to people and find out what they can do, what subjects they can choose. Now, what do you think about that personally?
Yeah, no, I think it's brilliant. We've always tried to be kind of as inclusive as possible with the expo and attract as many different types of people, and so to encompass that we've kind of got the indie area where we have a lot of indie devs and people can come down if they're interested in indie games and talk to those developers directly and stuff, and I think that's really important. Then yeah, as you say, the career fair which is run kind of which is actually older than I think the expo. The career fair started in 2007, so it's actually been going a little bit longer. And yeah, and that's great. I think it's brilliant to kind of give something back to students and kind of give people advice about breaking into the industry and all that kind of thing. And the opportunity to actually talk directly to people who work for developers and publishers is really valuable experience for them as well. And yeah, and one thing we've done this year as well is expand the tournament area, and that's kind of attracted some of the pro gamer guides as well. And so every sort of year we're kind of adding little elements, but things that appeal to kind of like different types of people, so I think that really makes it then appeal to the broader range of gamers as possible, really, which I think is totally important.
As a gamer and as someone that likes writing reviews, it's nice to see that you have so many developers and press representatives of these people that you can just go up to, talk to them down to earth, something that you can't really get like every day.
Yeah.
It's nice to see that, and for that I'd like to thank you.
No
I mean, as someone that's just gone into reviewing a couple of years back,
Sure.
It's mostly thanks to Eurogamers, and thanks for that.
No problem, that's lovely to hear, mate.
Thank you. Also, one final question.
Sure.
What would you like to see Eurogamers to go? Where would you like it to be in a couple of years' time?
Well, I'd want it to keep growing, I think. As I said, every year we've kind of added some new elements, and we've increased the size of the show and a number of people who can attend, and I think we can definitely do some more of that in the coming years. Obviously there's more space that we could take within Earl's Court potentially. There's kind of other venues, maybe other locations that we could take the expo as well and really kind of expand it that way too. As I said earlier, the tournament area we've really kind of invested in this year, and I think we could probably go even bigger with that next year as well and really kind of expand that. So bigger and better, that's the way I want to keep it going.
Tom, you said expanding. Loads of people have said, will you be going back to like areas like Brighton and up north for Eurogamers fans up there? People that can't travel down. Will Eurogamers ever do that again, where they have 2 expos, one up down south and one up north?
Yeah, obviously we did the Leeds Expo in 2009, and we did a London Expo in the same week, which was pretty full on. There's a lot of work, and fitting 2 shows of that size in the same week was extremely difficult. Having said that, we put on Resd, which was our Brighton PC event earlier this year. I think we'll definitely do that again next year. We haven't set any dates for that one yet, but all locations in fact, so maybe it'll go back to Brighton, maybe it'll go somewhere else. Again, returning to the north, that's really something that we want to do one day, I think. It's just kind of finding the right location, the right time to do it. Would we do it in the same week as a London Expo again? I don't know. It's possible. If we can make it work, we really will, because we really do want to go back up north and give them a really big show.
You would make a load of gamers up north very happy.
I'm sure.
You would get thousands of people just queuing up going, loads of people going, yes, thank God.
Yeah, all the guys up north have been, really passionate after we did Leeds. Loads of people came along, really enjoyed it, and we know there's a huge appetite for shows kind of further north. So we'd love to return. If we can make it work, then we definitely will. So, fingers crossed we can make it happen sometime soon.
Well, Tom, I'd like to thank you again for your time. It's been a privilege speaking to you.
Absolute pleasure, mate. Thank you for coming down.
Thanks again.